We are in Montenegro, one of the 11 countries RECONOMY is impacting. Amidst the mountains and verdant fields of Montenegro lies a story of resilience, hope, and untapped potential. Here in the Western Balkans, rural communities are standing at a crossroads, facing challenges that echo through quiet villages. Long characterized by limited opportunities, these lands whisper tales of generations tied to the soil, where agriculture is not just a livelihood, but a way of life. Yet this deep connection is threatened by unemployment and the silent exodus of the youth, seeking a future beyond these fields. But within these challenges lies the seed of transformation, a vision for revitalization where innovation meets tradition, where the youth forge new paths in the very lands of their ancestors. In this video, we uncovered the initiatives supported by RECONOMY, breathing new life into rural areas, empowering communities, and reshaping the future of agriculture. In the digital age, where connectivity defines the pace of progress, one initiative stands out in its mission to bridge a gap between tradition and innovation in the agriculture sector. Meet Seljak, a digital village conceived in 2018 with a vision to rejuvenate agriculture in Montenegro and beyond. More than just a platform, Seljak has become a lifeline for farmers, connecting them to markets, information, and each other. RECONOMY recognizes this success, partnering with Seljak to further advocate for community needs and promote sustainable growth in agriculture. The platform is set to pioneer in digitalization, youth engagement, women's empowerment, and green agricultural practices. So what inspired the creation of the Seljak platform, and how has your vision of the platform evolved since its inception in 2018?
So Seljak idea evolved, I was living in the South America and I moved back to Montenegro, and my family has a mountain house in a village close to Colossian. And when I came back, I felt more going to be there rather than to be in the city. And I was there almost a year or some more period, and during that time I was participating actively in the life of that village, and at one point I wanted to buy a hens for myself, and I went online, as what would you normally do, you go online, and I saw that there are not related offers, like there are no advertisement for the agriculture. And I came up to the idea maybe to create a platform, like for the farmers that can buy, because like even that village is close to Colossian. I still needed at that time, before a highway was built, I still needed 1.5 hours to go to the cattle market, and then it's open at 6 o'clock early in the morning, so you have to wake up pretty early. And obviously I didn't want to do that, so I was like trying to find a solution, and in that search I stumbled upon that there is nothing like that in Montenegro, and that I think it should be implemented here. And during the talks with the people in the village, a lot of people were like, it's usually Montenegrins who do, oh, why would you need that? Oh, who will use it? Like people don't use it in the internet. But after 6 years, we are here working, expanding, so like it turned out to be a good idea. We started it as a buy and sell platform, and soon after that we added blog, educational, informational, with educational informational material, because what we realized that in agriculture information is the most important tool. You can have tractors, you can have field, you can have cows, you can have whatever you want, but if you don't have right information, you cannot work that efficiently. I think our yearly visits and the numbers that we have on our webpage are doing by themselves, like with around 300,000 unique visitors per year, more than a couple of millions sessions. tens and 20 millions of open pages. So like that are the results, and as well the thing that all the prices have risen, which was our goal, because by helping them save their time, helping them like not to have worry about where they will sell their products, we did the big help. Also by giving them information, giving them directly advice, direct communicating with them, we're helping them. So we're trying to fix all the missing links in the current system by providing them those services. Even though in the reality it shouldn't be our job, but since it's a lacking of infrastructure in Montenegro, we found a space where we can also provide them this service that they are missing and that they will be satisfied.
Pa, mi smo prezadovoljni sa tom platformom iz razloga što kad smo saznali, mogu vam reći, ja sam bila preoduševljena jer tu ima stvari, na primjer, dosta koje možeš i da prodaš, a i da kupiš, da pogledaš i mehanizacije i grla i sve. Tako da smo prezadovoljni sa platformom Seljak. Pomogla je super jer mi nemamo vremena sad, toliko imamo posla ovdje da nemamo vremena da idemo na pjacu, da ćeramo telad, ovako izbačimo na Seljak, izbačimo da prodajemo đubrivo, izbacimo da prodajemo telad. To vjerujte mi da se proda u roku dan, dva već ne bude drugi dan. Tako da prezadovoljni smo.
I think it was social media that I find out about seljak.me. It's really a useful platform because every producer shares their needs, their surpluses, and you can connect easily and find what you need. Well, I mostly used it for the equipment, and it did help me. It did help me mostly because of, as I said, connections with people with whom I also today work, and that's the biggest advantage I got from seljak.me.
Smatram da je zaista korisna platforma koja u principu može napraviti neku, da kažem, reformu kada je u pitanju tržište poljoprivrednih proizvoda u Crnoj Gori i konkretno nama je bila jako od koristi jer nam je omogućila da na lakši način stižemo do ciljne grupe i da prosto znamo da proizvodi koji se plasiraju na tom sajtu će mnogo prije biti primijećeni od poljoprivrednih proizvođača nego ukoliko to radimo putem drugih vidova oglašavanja kao što su društvene mreže, na primjer.
Seljak nam znači puno. Bilo više, ne znam sad kako bi to objasnio bez svojim riječima, da ne znam prije svega gdje bi prodali stoku jer mi prije svega nemamo ni mjesto na kojem se prodaje stoka, nemamo pjacu. Jedno, drugo što ja moram da ostavim danas cijel dan i trebam u 4 sata da ustanem ili u 3, neko ko je malo dalje da dođe u Podgoricu da prodaje stoku, a prije toga smo radili cijel dan i trebamo puno da ostavimo vremena i da izdvojimo da bi mi došli do toga da prodamo stoku. I hoćemo li je prodati, a ovako na internet vidi se sve i to nam baš puno vremena i ne oduzimamo, uopšte nam ni ne oduzima vrijeme. Uveče kad sjedemo pošaljemo poruku i to je to.
Depends on the youth and the younger ones that will continue or go back to the villages. Like I respect elder people. Most of our households are usually middle-aged or older people, but we have to think about the future because that is all agriculture is about. It's about you planting the seed, taking care of it, nursing it, waiting to grow. If it's fruit, it takes years.
Yeah.
But then at the end, you are picking up all the work that you've done through this year. You're picking up the fruits of your labor. We will try to engage first of all in the direct communication with them because we have our vision of what is required to do. but also we want to hear their problems and something that we can do directly for them. So far we have helped establish many of the association, organization and everything, and we will focus in that way also, because this is how EU policies work, and all EU policies regarding the agriculture is related to creating association. Here is the problem that we have like a bad history with association of the communism time, and people are still having this like how to say, like barriers towards this uniting towards the association. But that's the only way how they can fight the market battle, and that's the only way how they can protect themselves in this kind of market. And they have to realize it, because we cannot stop importing, we cannot stop doing anything, but what we can do, we can encourage them, empower them, and make them unite in order that they can be very much stronger and better position. We will work also on the education, which is a very important part of the for the rural communities. Because maybe it will sound harsh, but I don't feel that people in the rural communities have the same conditions as the people in the cities. But I like to say that without healthy villages, we cannot have healthy cities.
Right.
No, we had this Corona example where everyone turned, oh, we need domestic product, we need good health food. Like we want to keep that. In order to like not just to be when something bad happens, but we want to keep it and to empower them. We want to brand them. We want to create different brands to identify the products that can be branded. It doesn't matter with the UNFAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, with the geographical indicators, with quality schemes. But we want to make them unique, and we want to give them something that they're really missing in their daily life. Because the producer, as the name says, should produce the food. He's not seller, he's not teacher, he's not doing. He's producer. But for our producers, and I think in the whole Balkan, producer has to be the person who is producing, selling, marketing, doing everything, educating themselves. We just want to find a way how we can help them in all these activities in order to have them at the villages. Because, when some entrepreneur stops the business, there are big chance that he will start the new one soon if it goes bad. But when one farm closes, it will never open. It's very difficult when you sell 10 cows, 100 sheep, or how much field you have. You will never go back. You will never go to that industry, you will never try to do that. And sadly, there are a lot of examples where people are selling their farms and moving out. With the latest statistic, in Montenegro currently there are 74 empty villages, 0.
Wow. Yeah.
And for me, it's sad that there is a lot of talk about young people, about agriculture, but we don't see so much in practice. And with our work, we want to give our best effort to try to change.
How will Seljak work on empowering women in rural areas?
Women and the position of women in Montenegro society has a long history, and personally, I think that women are very in bad position, especially in the rural areas. But also behind every strong household, there is a strong women.
Yeah.
Males were doing the physical labor outside in the traditional manners, and the women were at home taking care of home, serving, preparing, and everything. They were milking, preparing cheese, doing all the stuff, but they weren't in a position because of some traditional way of thinking. And it became very unpopular nowadays for women even to live in the village. So first of all, we want to help those currently who are in the village, who are living in the villages, to give them better laws for them, to be more recognized, that their work is appreciated. Also, Not just that, we want to find a way, as for young, as for them, how we can promote what they are doing, how we can brand what they are doing, because in the most of cases they are producing some products that maybe don't exist on the market, but since of this tradition and everything, they're kind of ashamed, a little bit scared to go out to say, I have a new product, you know, and we want to empower them and to tell them there is someone who will help you, someone who will support you, and let's try to make something new. Let's try to do something unique, you know, and to give the added value, and also to try as much as we can to provide this social aspect for the women so they can network, and not just network because of the business, but they can network because of the healthy way of living, you know, because living in the rural area is not just about agriculture, about producing, it's about social life as well. No, like you will produce everything, but you need to have some same-minded, same age gap people around you to hang out, to have this social aspects, and by uniting them, by connecting them, I think we will approach as well that question.
Pa osnažio me tako što ja kao žena domaćica moram da budem i kući, imam puno posla ovdje, nemam vremena da idem i da iznosim, dajem vam primjer sad sir ili mlijeko na pjacu, izbačimo to na Seljak i tako prodamo sve naše proizvode, znači u kratkom roku.
Ima žena u poljoprivredi, nažalost ne koliko bi trebalo, jer prosto smatram da je kod nas još uvijek prilično ustaljeno mišljenje da se poljoprivredna proizvodnja veže isključivo za nešto u ruralnim krajevima, za težak fizički rad, što apsolutno nije, i mislim da zaista treba raditi na tome da se mladi ljudi i žene što više uključuju, jer smatram da ima itekako prostora za neke nove stvari, za neke trendove iz Evrope koji itekako mogu da u Crnoj Gori daju rezultata. Tako da voljela bih da je više mladih žena i da je malo drugačiji pogled na poljoprivrednu proizvodnju.
What are Seljak's plans for the future, especially in terms of regional expansion?
So first of all, we want to like improve current infrastructure that we have by building the app, by getting better the current blog and everything. But also we want to, we already, as I told you, have a service for Serbia. I want to make sure that we have all the web pages running, all the applications running, and to unite that in the one place. And who knows, maybe to expand a little bit more, because we want to give the best effort to help all the farmers that we can. It was very important for us to find the partners in each country, so we be physically available there, because our rule is we exist in every country where every farmer can physically reach us. Now we are establishing that, because we could do this step long time ago, and it would be like much easier just creating a platform. But no, we want to have team. So right now we are focused on our country as well as the region, and we will see in the future, like, who knows. Also, we want to help, like, by digitalizing this sector. We will try to help and as well give the ideas how to solve some of the problems, such as swine flu, African swine flu, and some of the different transferring the animals through the countries, through the borders. And I hope that people on the position will have enough they can hear us, and they can have enough of understanding of what we are doing. And I think on digitalization of agriculture will make it more popular for younger ones, especially, to go back to their farms, and maybe they can do something else as well, some additional income to have from the digital technologies, and so the life in the rural areas will be equal to the life in the cities. So that is very important.
Thank you very much, Marko.
Thank you.
We leave behind a tapestry of stories woven with resilience, innovation, and the unyielding spirit of its people. But we will come back. The communities we've encountered are not merely surviving, they are reimagining their future, with agriculture at the forefront of this transformation. Seljak is planting the digital seeds of change, fostering connections that transcend geographical barriers, and nurturing a generation ready to cultivate their heritage with new tools and renewed hope. Though challenges remain, the seeds of change sown today promise a harvest of opportunities for the Western Balkans, ensuring that its rural areas flourish for generations to come.